Today, I'm going to mention a little bit about the Winter Olympics that are going on in Italy right now in the infectious disease context. So, from an infectious disease standpoint, the Olympics would be called a mass gathering event. And what's the issue with mass gathering events? Exactly that. There's a large mass of people. And when you're talking about communicable diseases, the more people there are, the more likely there's going to be interactions between those people that lead to transmission of certain pathogens. That's at the Olympics or wherever it might be. So, anytime there's a gathering like that, there's always this concern: could communicable disease outbreaks occur? And what we first see in these situations are what we would call crowd diseases. So, very common things like respiratory viruses and GI viruses. Those are really notorious for spreading in mass gathering situations, and there could be other things as well. So, what's happened so far? Well, at least what's been reported in the press so far is that there have been outbreaks of norovirus or cases of norovirus amongst the women's ice hockey teams, I think in Norway and Finland, and that's not surprising. Norovirus is everywhere you look, and you bring people together from all over the world, they're interacting, there's going to likely be norovirus transmission. The other thing we've seen is some COVID positive cases from the Australia. The team from Australia are not necessarily the competitive people. I think these were support staff. Again, respiratory disease is going to thrive in a crowd situation. So not just COVID, but influenza, rhinoviruses, the whole dozen or so of respiratory viruses would find a place like the Olympics very hospitable. So that's going to be something that they track. Obviously, you worry about more dangerous things than COVID and norovirus. And there are probably certain types of monitoring going on, maybe even wastewater monitoring going on to see what might be spreading there. But you do anticipate seeing outbreaks of these types of illnesses. And when you're an athlete, obviously, your performance being off just by 1% might be the difference between winning or not winning. So I think it's important that people keep cognizant of that. And you've already heard about certain teams quarantining prophylactically so that they don't get sick because they don't want it to affect their performance. I think cross-country skiing was one place where I've seen that mentioned in terms of prophylactic quarantining. But expect to see little outbreaks here and there with the Winter Olympics or any mass gathering. Same thing will apply to the World Cup when that happens as well.